Las Vegas, Nevada. Run us through it, Peter James.
Yeah, TJ's setting up. Oh, huge X-Up 360. Superman seat grab. Yeah, and follows up by a big tail whip. That was sick.
A great run there from TJ11. We're going to take a look at the replay. 3 near perfect jumps. He's going to be very tough to beat. Take us through this replay, Peter.
This X-Up 360, yeah. A little bit hard on the landing, but the second one, yeah, big Superman seat grab. That is full on. Followed up by a big tail whip and clean straight to the pedals. That is so hard to do.
Like I said, this guy is going to be tough to beat. He's rated as one of the big guns coming out of the US. Could be the best dirt jump rider in the world at the moment. Check out the Superman seat grab coming over that second jump. And the tail whip to finish off. A great run there from TJ11. Next up, we've got the young whiz kid out of Melbourne, Steve McCann. He's a defending champion here. Let's see what he's got for us.
Stevie wants to bust big on this one. Big bar spin to X up. Nice 360. It lands a little bit high and just cleans it over the third.
A good clean run there to start off from Steve McCann, but he's definitely going to have to pick things up if he wants to retain that gold medal. Here he goes with a bar spin X up.
Followed by his big 360. Just a little bit slow on the rotation there, but he still pulls it clean and then safely over the third.
A decent run there from Steve McCann. You can see not quite enough speed going into that third jump, but the first 2/3 of this run was good. There's the 360. Nice and clean from Steve McCann. Next up, we've got the local boy turned good. This is Colin McKay out of Brisbane. Let's see what he's got for us.
Colin's setting up. He's doing a big X up over the first jump, coasted over the second, and a huge suicide truck over the third. That was pretty clean.
A great run there from Colin McKay to start things off. He's the local boy, he's the crowd favourite. Here's the replay.
There's his X up, lands it nicely. That's a big jump over the first. Coasted over the second, keeping his speed to set up over the third, which is his huge suicide truck driver. Never seen that in Australia before. Colin's the only guy that I know can do it.
That's a great run from Colin McKay. There's the suicide truck driver one more time. Cop that. Up next is Kim Grosser, relatively unknown. He's out of Adelaide in South Australia. Here he goes.
Kim's coming down, yeah. Nice X up over the first. Truck drivers the second into a huge suicide over the third. Good clean run.
A great run there from Kim Grosser. Could be a medal chance from the unknown kid. Here we go with the replay.
There's his X up. It's a nice setup jump for the first into his truck driver. 360 with a 360 bar spin. Might add, this guy has no brakes as well into a nice suicide.
What an absolute nutcase. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be doing this at all, let alone doing it without brakes. Here's the replay one more time for you folks.
As you can see, there's his truck driver. Pretty sick. That's a very hard trick to do.
Next up, out of Wollongong, we've got Kenny Raggett. Here he goes down the down ramp.
And he's going to bust big at this. Big X up. Into a double bar spin, yeah! Into a Superman seat grab. That was an excellent run by Kenny.
3 very clean jumps there from Kenny Raggett. He should put in a big score.
There's his X up. Setting up for his second jump. Comes through. And this is his double bar spin. That's very hard. Not many riders can do that on dirt. And finishes it with a nice, clean Superman seat grab.
We're going to take a look at that Superman seat grab one more time. The crowd definitely liked it. We hope you did at home. There it is, the Superman seat grab. A great way to finish for Kenny Raggett. Next up, we've got the European contingent. Dropping in the ramp right now is Timo Pritzel.
Timo's coming down. He wants to set up this one. Yeah, nice clean jump over the first. Huge backflip, dead clean to a nice no-footed canker. Great run from Timo.
That's right, a clean run there from Timo Pritzel. He's going to be looking for a medal after his fall that he had here last year. Huge jump over the first.
And there's his backflip. He lands this dead perfect. That's a great trick to do.
And then finishing his run off with the double-footed can-can back onto the pedals. A great way to finish for Timo. We're going to see that replay one more time.
Yeah, and there's his backflip over the second jump. That was clean from Timo. Great run.
Dropping in next down this huge down ramp is Alan Cook out of the USA.
Alan's on the specialised team with a huge backflip over the first jump. Coasted over the second. Nice turn down 360. Great run, Alan.
2 huge jumps in there from Alan Cook. Started with the huge backflip. There it is. Check out the height right above those ramps. Nice clean landing.
He lands it smooth. Coasted over the second jump. Sets up for a big turn down 360 over the third. Now that's a hard trick to do as well.
Alan Cook impressing out of the United States. He's one of the 2 US guys here that are going to try and take that medal back to America. And there he goes with that backflip one more time. Up next, we've got Michael Bazard. He came through this weekend through the wildcard event, so he's had a lot of competition so far.
Yeah, he's competing against the big guns today. And he comes from the second jump. Not a very big variation on that one. And a big nothing over the third. Not bad from Michael.
A good run there to start off for Michael Bazard, but he's definitely going to have to pick up on these first two jumps if he wants to mix it with the big boys.
Yeah, the second wasn't too big at all. His extension wasn't good. But the third, he comes through with a big nothing.
Yeah, the nothing was a good way to finish for Michael Bazard. If he can pick it up on the first two jumps, he might have a chance at getting one of the medals. There's his finish with the nothing. A decent run there from Michael Bazard. Up next, we've got Michael Perkins, a relative newcomer to dirt jumping. We'll see what he's got for us.
In the first jump, Stanford with a big suicide. And just coasts over the second into a big backflip. Yeah, nice run, Michael.
That's right, a bit of a low whippy backflip there, but pulled it off, cleared the jump. Here's that suicide to start off with, hands back on the handlebars. Coasts over the second.
And then he hits the third with that big backflip. Wasn't a very big one, but it was a nice clean one.
That's right, he kind of whipped it around and stayed low, but he made it nevertheless. There it is one more time, landing clean, a good run there from Michael. Here we go with Corey Bowen. This kid, he's in his first extreme games. He made it through the qualifiers. Let's see what he's got for us.
He's got a big one-handed X up over the second, coasted over the second jump, and a big nothing over the third. Great run from Corey.
That's right, Peter. A great run there from a relative beginner. He's only been riding a couple of years. Huge X up to start off with.
And then he coasted over the second. He never tricks the second, keeps his speed up. And then the third, he does that huge nothing. Great run.
That's right, it was a great run from Corey Bowen. Here's the nothing one more time. Check it out. Coming up for his last run in this final, we've got Specialized #1 dirt jump rider. This is TJ Lavin.
Yeah, TJ goes pretty sick. Huge backflip. Coasted over the second. Oh my God, into a blender. That was sick.
That was an amazing run from TJ Lavin. The crowd knows it. He's stoked, he's fired up. Check out the size of that backflip, about 18 feet above those dirt jumps.
Yeah, TJ's going off. This is the most perfect run in the dirt. And he finishes it off with a blender straight to the pedals. That's such a hard trick to do.
Here it is from the other angle. There's the blender. What an amazing trick to finish. Lands it solid, hits the brakes. The arms go up in the air. The crowd knows he could have a gold medal run. Here goes Steve McCann for his last run. He's desperately trying to hang on to that gold medal he got last year. It's a tough course though.
Yeah, Stevie's got a bust big in this final. Nice clean jump over the first, into a bar spin over the second, and finishes it off with a nice Superman seat grab. Good extension there, Stevie.
A good clean run from Steve McCann, but will it be enough to hold off the Americans? Look at the height there, just cruising over that huge first jump.
And he coasted over the second with a nice bar spin. Great trick there, Stevie, and finishes it with a big Superman seat grab.
A great way to finish things off for Steve McCann. We'll see if he can hang on to that gold medal, but it's going to be tough with the Americans breathing down his throat. He may be able to, though, with huge tricks like that Superman seat grab. This guy really wants a medal. This is Colin McKay, the local boy. Here he goes, flying down that ramp.
There's a big X up over the first. Truck driver's the second. Oh, and he finishes with a good clean toe. Great run, Colin.
Colin McKay, he knows he's had a good run. The fist goes in the air. Check him out. The X up over that first jump, huge height.
And he does the second with a truck driver. Nearly over rotates, but he keeps his speed and he finishes it with that big clean toe up. Now that's a hard trick to do, straight to pedals.
That's right, a great recovery from Colin McKay. He over-rotated the truck driver, but still with enough speed to go into that toe whip. A great run there from Colin McKay. Should put him in contention for a medal. Up next is Kim Grosser. This guy's got his work cut out for him. If he wants a medal, he knows that he's pumped. Here he goes, Kim Grosser.
This is his final. There he goes. Nice clean jump over the first. Oh my God, a double truck driver over the second to a bar spin on the third. What a great run from Kim.
A great way to finish from Kim Grosser. Another over rotation, almost lost it, but still stuck to his guns and finished off strong.
There's the big jump over the first, and this is the double truck driver. I've never seen this one before, and he lands it nice, a little bit over rotation, and then pulls it to a bar spin on the third. That's a great run from Kim. He'll be happy with that one.
That's right, there he goes. He lets the dirt fly, looks back at his mates. They know it's a good one, and there's his finish. A good run from Kim. All right, up next we've got the ragdoll. Kenny Raggett slaps some 5. He's ready to rock down the start ramp.
Here he comes. He's going to hit the first jump. Oh, he looks a bit offset there. And he's headed to a bar spin to an X up. And he's doing a tail whip. Oh, straight onto the clusters.
I tell you what, that has got to hurt, Peter. I hope you don't do that too often, mate. Look at that. He gets the front wheel a little too high there. That's what messed up the rest of his run. Not quite clean. It was a tough way to finish. And look at this. Oh, it's got to hurt. Goes the tail whip. Misses the pedal. Boom.
There goes the family jewels.
I tell you what, he doesn't want to do that too often, but I think he's doing all right. There's that tail whip one more time, slams it down, but you know what, he's not phased, kicks up a little bit of dirt, jumps back up, says, doesn't bother me, son. Okay, Timo Pritzl out of Berlin. He's ready to go. Look at the focus on his face. He wants a medal. Here he goes for the first jump.
Oh my God, a big backflip. Coasts it over the second to another backflip. Yeah, the crowd's going to appreciate that.
2 very, very clean backflips for Timo Pritzl. Look at that, lands it so smooth, plenty of speed, coasts over the second jump, sets himself up, and there goes another one for the third. 2 very clean backflips.
Yeah, Timo's main trick is the backflip, and he does it so well. He should finish up pretty high in the medal tally. Let's see how he goes.
Up next, this guy wants to bring one of those colourful medals back to the USA. This is Alan Cook.
Alan's going to bust big with a huge nothing over the first, and a bar spin over the second, and a huge Superman sea grab over the third. Great run.
Alan Cook putting in a solid performance to finish up. That'll definitely put him in the medal contention, I think. Look at that nothing. Huge heading into the second jump.
Yeah, he loves the crowd, this guy. Does the bar spin over the second, sets up for the third, and finishes with a clean Superman sea grab. Crowd's going to appreciate that one.
I think the crowd definitely did. A roar came up when he landed those 3 jumps that cleanly. There's his Superman to finish off. He's going to be a tough guy to beat from here. Up next, we've got Michael Bazard looking to cause somewhat of a sensation here at the 1999 Summer Extreme Games.
He's come through from wildcard. Let's see how he goes in the final. Oh, and a massive no-handed backflip. He comes down. He's all right, but the crowd's going to love that.
Looks like he outdid himself a little there. He was definitely going for one of those medals, and he was on the right track. He was going for broke, and I tell you what, that is where he ended up. There he goes, huge with the backflip no-hander, a little bit sideways, ditched the bike, down onto his knees. That's not going to hurt him too much, though. He gets up without too much of a hassle.
Once again, there's the no-handed backflip from a different angle. He comes down a bit sideways, lands in the dirt, but that's a great attempt from the rookie, Michael Bazard.
This next guy started the week down the bottom. He came up through the qualifiers. Michael Perkins is now heading for the top. Here he goes. Let's check him out.
And Mick's dropping down. Here we go. Big jump over the first to a suicide to bar spin over the second into a double-handed suicide over the third. Great run.
That's right. Check it out. Coasting over the first one. Looking over that front wheel. And here comes the technicality and the combinations. Look at that. A couple of tricks in there. Both hands back onto the seat for the suicide seat grab. I tell you what, that was an awesome run. He could be heading for a surprise podium finish, but he's got to knock off those Americans first. All right, the local boy from Beenleigh in Queensland, he's going to try and knock off the big guns. Let's see if he can pull it off.
Corey's going to bust big with a big X up over the first, coasted over the second, and finish it with a fully extended no-footed can-can going off. Corey!
That was a great run from Corey. Here he is over that first jump. There's the X up. Cruises over the second one, just sets himself up for some speed, and look at that no-footed can-can, perfect extension, the best one we've seen all day from him and possibly in the contest.
And there's his no-footed can-can fully extended. Great first attempt at the Extreme Games for him in the final.